Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. So I just did Shaman, quote unquote, and we have a major warrior choice. I've played these both the same number of times, so we'll do warrior because I've got a daily warrior quest, even though warrior was more recent. So we got this commanding shout here. It's good with bouncing blade, or so I hear. It's a card cycler. This is a good finishing card though. I'm gonna take the assassin over the weird trick. Fiery War Axe. Ooh, Slam versus Cult Master. Cult Master can be really good. Slam is removal. We'll take the Slam. Abusive Sergeant, a fan favorite of at least one of my viewers. I'm going to take the Tiger here for some more finishing power. Oh my gosh, these are really high quality picks. So, I think it's between these two. They both deal 4 damage. The Korkon Elite comes with a body. The Heroic Strike is 2 mana cheaper. I've had to choose between these two cards a number of times. I'm going to take the Heroic Strike to make sure I have a solid early game here. Second Slam or an Arcanite Reaper. We'll take the Reaper for some more finishing potential. Now, I don't want the Harpy. I've already got sort of an expensive card that doesn't do anything when it drops on the board. I don't really want to put down another one like that. So I could do the Sheep for some board clear potential or Battle Rage for some card drawing, but the Battle Rage is very finicky. We'll take the Sheep. Alright, I love this little guy. We'll take him very happily. Cruel Taskmaster or Whirlwind. I think I don't want the second Arcanite Reaper here. We'll take the Taskmaster. And here's an interesting choice. The Knife Juggler versus the Commander. Alright, we're going to take the Commander. I think it's a good endgame card. Another Clockwork Gnome or a Fairy Dragon. You know, Fairy Dragon's solid, but I'm not going to take another one of these guys. They're really, really good. I'm a huge, huge fan. Alright, Execute's good to have one of. Cleave or a second Taskmaster. Okay, Cleave's good to have one of. Chillwind Yeti is... I mean, I wouldn't have minded this guy, but I think I need some 4-drops. I have nothing and we're halfway through the draft. It's a bit scary. Alright, Deathspite? Yeah, we'll do Deathspite over the Berserker. Huh. The 3-drop, which I currently have none of, or another Gnome. We're going to take another Gnome. I love those guys. They're so great. Okay, there's the Bouncing Blade. I don't think that's going to work very well in this deck with all these Gnomes and in general cheap stuff. Brawl could catch me back up, I guess, but we're going to take this guy. I think it's just a minion and it's pretty good. A second Sheep? I don't think so. We'll take an Abusive Sergeant there. I guess this is the only thing that's there that's worth taking. Wolf Rider is an easy call. Another Taskmaster isn't the worst thing. The Argent Squire is okay too. We'll take another Taskmaster. It's nice to have an extra, given that I have an Execute. Alright, so... I don't think I want the Stormpike. I think I want 3 and 4 drops. So this is a good 3-drop. This is a good 4-drop. I'd rather have a Yeti. If this were a Yeti, I would take him. As it is, that 4 health can be a liability sometimes. We're going to take the Crusader, although I can see that being something I regret. Ouch. This sucks. Screwjank Clunker. Well, I do have 3 of these guys. I got the Sheep. Anything else? He's a mech, although that one's not likely to get buffed. But we do have to give consideration to the Pyromancer for its board clearing potential. I mean, that card has crushed me, and it has won me games. Oh, man. The Cobra can be nice as well to just have on the board in case of big creatures. God. Alright, we're going to take him for more removal. Crush. I've actually never seen this. Crush. Destroy a minion. Wow, just kills anything. If you have a damaged minion, this costs 4 less, so it would be 3. Oh, a 3-mana Assassinate if you have a damaged minion. Wow! Alright, well, we gotta just try this, right? I'm gonna try it. Okay, Spellbreaker, glad to see you. Silence is always nice to have. A Fairy Dragon or a Slam. Ah, God. Alright, we'll take a Slam, although I don't know, that could be the wrong call. I'm playing with a 3rd Panda here. I just can't stomach this guy. So 3 Pandas is definitely not good. We have a good rare here, actually. I think the Kodo is going to be my pick. I mean, the Shield Maidens, I got the same health as the Kodo. It gives me health, which is great, and she is a really, really, really good card. Don't get me wrong, but this is some more removal, and that can be handy. All right, I think I might just say that I could have definitely misdrafted that. There were a lot of really good cards. I had some really tough picks. I might have ended up with too many spells. I'm not sure. Some things were bad, like being stuck with 3 pandas because the draft picks sort of sucked. But the Mechano could have been a wrong choice. Not taking Bouncing Blade might have been a wrong choice. I am glad I took the Ravenholt Assassin over the Commanding Shout, given how little endgame there was. I might regret having taken Heroic Strike over the Boulder Fist Ogre, given how much removal I ended up getting. I have way too many 2s. A lot of them, of course, are things like Cruel Taskmaster and Slam and Fiery War Axe, which have value even later in the game. But I don't know. It would definitely look better if I had some more 4s, but that I just didn't really see in the draft, so I'm not going to blame myself for that. Okay, there's Crush. Candy Crush Saga over here. It's cool that Warriors got a an Assassinate. I mean, it's an Assassinate that either costs 2 more mana or costs 2 less mana, depending, but I mean, either way, it's an Assassinate. Warriors didn't used to have that. The Execute was the closest thing, but it, you know, required a condition, which this does not, as long as you've got the mana up front. Alright, he's got a Clockwork Gnome and a Claw. No, just an Infiltrator. So a couple of 1-drops. This is interesting. So right now, I could, of course, trade these off, but then I cannot kill this guy with my Taskmaster. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to use my Taskmaster to kill that off, and give him a spare part and hit him in the face. So I figure he can use the Infiltrator to kill this and Shapeshift to kill that. But that's okay, because then the board's clear, and then I can play the Scarlet Crusader and be okay. A bit of a weird hand here. Crush is not looking so hot. Sea Giant would not have looked any hotter, though, so I'm okay with it. This could have been a lost Tall Strider, and I'm glad it's not, because I get to play it on turn 3 as a result, so that's cool. Oh, Jesus. Just the worst one. I honestly would rather have the plus attack or plus health, because at least I feel like I can just drop them and they do something, whereas this is just like, bleh. Alright, so I could, if I don't draw anything better right here, I could actually end up using this thing after complaining about it. Well, yeah, I mean, I could do something with, no, that's dumb. Alright, so we're gonna hit the Fairy Dragon, and basically, this is a Hand of Protection, is basically what it is. It costs 4 mana. 4 mana Hand of Protection, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Okay, he's got a spare part as well, because he did have a Clockwork Gnome, so I gotta be watchful of that. What I want him to play here is a Chillwind Yeti, so I can play Arcanite Reaper and kill it. That would be ideal. Nope. Looks like this thing is getting wrathed. If I had to guess as to what is going to happen next. No! Master Swordsmith! Well, I did not see that one coming. Alright, so do I overkill the Swordsmith with this Arcanite Reaper, just to protect this thing? Alternative is I could trade and then do nothing. Okay, yeah, because we're doing it. So if he wants to shapeshift and kill my Crusader, you know, that's fine by me. That's better than him playing like a Druid of the Claw or something. He says thanks. I guess he's gonna play an Ooze now. Or maybe he thinks I made a bad choice using an Arcanite Reaper on a 1/3. Alright, so he kills that. I don't know why he's saying thanks. I mean, I get to kill that thing with my Reaper. Ouch, this sucks. Do I waste the Cruel Taskmaster? Do I waste the Cruel Taskmaster? I think I do. I think right now I just need to get a minion out here. Alright, well, we got Crush going on here. So that could be useful for killing a big tree next turn. Raging Worgen will die to the Fiery War Axe, although I guess he's going to put a Mark of Nature on it. No, I just keep guessing all this guy's moves wrong. He's just trotting it out to... Oh! Ah! Well played. Okay, so he uses his Stealthy spare part. That's fine. Man, I cannot get a minion to save my life. Oh, God, I think this deck has too many spells and weapons and things. Not enough minions. Crap. I should have trusted my instincts and taken some more minions towards the end. Druid of the Claw is pretty good because it will not quite die to my Fiery War Axe, although I will die to the Heroic Strike. So I got that going for me. Don't think I want to use Crush on that. Panda? Alright, well, we'll do this. This. And think. Do I actually want to play this Panda right now? Because I'm threatening to just kill this with the Fiery War Axe. I think I do. Okay, well, this is getting pretty ugly, but life-wise we're about equal. Card-wise he's not storming ahead or anything. He hasn't played any naturalizes or pulled off any crazy cult masters, so I could just slowly wait until I get my, like, something good. Alright, he does me a really big favor by not trading this, actually. That is really, really, really nice. Can I damage one of my own minions to make this cheaper? I can't, so no questing adventure this turn. We're just going to have to play this. Crunk. Oh, that's a lovely graphic. I like that a lot. Hit him in the face. Armor up. Why not play the Abusive Sergeant? Well, at this point, he is just going to kill this thing, and it really wouldn't do much. So I'll wait until at least it'll buff the questing adventure. He really should have traded this panda against his Worgen, though, so that was a mistake. Alright, is he going to kill off my panda, or is the panda going to claim another victim? Anoyatron, alright, that will stop the Flesh-Eating Ghoul from getting panda'd. And now I think we're going to get to work on the questing adventure. Hopefully I get something better than Abusive Sergeant to play, though. Clockwork Gnome. Well, I guess that'll do. So we'll do this. This to kill the Tron and damage the Ghoul. And, man, if I play this and he has a swipe, I am in so much trouble. But otherwise, you can use the Ghoul just to kill the questing adventure alongside Shapeshift. I'm not going to risk it. Let him shapeshift and kill this thing, that's fine. Then these guys live another turn. And time goes by. If he does have swipe, I don't want to lose an extra card to it. Looks like I'm lucking out here. He doesn't have a swipe. Alright, he gives me my spare part, which is... Alright, he doesn't actually have to use the shapeshift on this. He could just kill a thing, and then the Flesh-Eating Ghoul grows enough to kill the questing adventurer. He wastes a bite because he attacked once with shapeshift, so there's no point in playing the bite there. Alright, Chillwind Yeti's nice. Let's do this. Let's do this. Kill it. Armor up. Do I play an Abusive Sergeant? I'll wait. So he wasted a bite to just get 4 health, which is a pretty nice boon. So that's 2 mistakes in one game. I still have my Stranglethorn Tiger and my Ravenholt Assassin, which could be finishers. I have Execute in case I need to bring something down, like another Ironbark. Good thing I had Crush for that first one. I think Sea Giant would have been a lot worse there. Alright, that's that. Oh, he slows down. He's got nothing. Okay, perfect. So we're going to get Clockwork Gnome. Yep, hit him in the face. I still don't want to put this thing down, unless I really need to get a trade of some sort. You know, this deck, I really think I screwed up the draft. I'll just be honest. I didn't take enough minions. Given how many mistakes this opponent made, and the fact that he hasn't played anything like Swipe or anything super great, I'd probably just have screwed up. Okay, it's enough to shapeshift to kill this, which is really unfortunate, because 6 + 2 I could have actually killed the Ironbark if this thing had lived. It is definitely a problem that he's got the second Ironbark here. Swap him minions attack and health. Well, it's not going to be necessary to do that. So we'll do this, and we're going to do this. Armor up. And still waiting on that Tiger and that Assassin. Oh, man. And, Stampeding Kodo even. It's just a 3/5 for 5. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Alright, this will die to my weapon. It's Death Rattle anyway. Unless he buffs it, which it looks like he's going to do. Well played, sir. Well played. So we got a pair of 3/2s, and I can only kill off one of them. Cleave has already been used, so that's not going to happen. I've only got 1 cleave. Slam. How important is it to me that I get a card off of this slam? I think it's actually really important. So I'm going to swap the health of that Shattered Sun Cleric. Slam to get a card. Panda. Ah! Hit him in the face to kill off the Shattered Sun Cleric. Play the Panda. Armor up. And pass the turn. Now this Infiltrator will kill my Panda. He's got 2 cards to my 0. Tiger and Stranglethorn, or then the assassin still just kind of sitting there. Still sitting there, and if he has kills for those cards, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Like another big minion of some sort, I'm going to be just in deep. Okay, again, he doesn't take the trade that's offered to him. What's he going to do? Is he going to claw? Moonfire? No, he's just hitting me in the face. Interesting. Argent Commander. Alright, here we go. Glad I took that card. He didn't have a way to kill a 3-2, so I don't know how he's going to kill a 4-2. Unless he's waiting to get more benefit out of a Starfall that he top decked. That's a possibility. Swipe would also clear my board, though he would take a couple of damage in the process. I could have traded minions, that way I wouldn't have gone up a card, but I would have kept a Divine Shield on this. And Force of Nature would have still killed it, so it doesn't actually matter. Alright, so he's going to get to kill off both of my guys. He gets a Clockwork Gnome. Thankfully, it's not anything better than a Gnome. And thankfully, he's not killing me with Savage Roar or anything. Boy. Yeah, I misdrafted this deck. I needed more beef. Stampeding Kodo, gotta admit, I'm pretty glad I took that. Even though he gets a spare part, I mean, that's better than him having a 2-1 at this point. Is this other card a spare part as well? I can't remember. There's been a lot of Clockwork Gnomes going around here. Alright, that doesn't make any difference. That is very well played, so now these guys are going to trade. I don't think I can protect this in any way. Unless I get like a slam or something. Slam! Hey! Okay. This is Abusive Sergeant. Ahem! Not being very good. The coughing is for the person who keeps insisting that Abusive Sergeant's a great card. I mean, really, it's very situational, and against the Druid, playing it just to have it get shapeshifted to death is sort of pointless. I will do that eventually, just to get some damage through, but right now it seems kind of silly. Alright, he's gonna have the Wrath. Okay. So the Tiger and the Assassin both ended up in the bottom third of my deck, which is quite unfortunate, but they gotta be showing up any minute now. There we go. So, hop, hop, hop. No, he's in trouble. He really needs an Iron Bark Protector or some taunty thing to stop this from being a menace. That's not gonna do it. No, sir, it ain't. Now, I guess had I played this earlier, it would have dealt 2 extra damage to him, plus an extra 1 for being, what's his face, shapeshifted to death. So Wind Fury would win here, Divine Shield wouldn't be bad, Taunt would suck. Yeah, I got Wind Fury. Alright, cool. Well, definitely glad about that pick, but probably still a misdrafted deck. And that's a wrap. So that only took 18 minutes to draft and play 1 game. Still, though, making progress on a couple of big quests. It'd be nice to win 3 more games here. We'll pack up another 160 gold, which is like an extra arena ticket, basically, from 2 daily quests. Yeah, I should have taken more creatures. I mean, I didn't really see that many good 4-drops, to be fair. Didn't see any Fen Creepers or Spectral Knights, or even Spiteful Smiths. Didn't see any, like, solid 5-drops either. Now, the Kodo could have been a Shield Maiden or the 5/5 for 5 that gets +1 attack whenever you gain armor. But I think the Kodo is close enough in beefitude to those other ones that I think I made a reasonable choice there. I'm very glad I took that Assassin. I'm sure a lot of people would have passed on him. Benage the Paladin. Oh, no, it's my least favorite matchup. Oh, no. Well, see what we can do here. Obviously going to keep that Fiery War Axe and the Pyromancer. Mulligan the rest. I could have mulliganed the Pyromancer, actually, saying, like, well, I'm just hoping the Fiery War Axe will hold the fort, and then I don't want this until later in the game to mop up his recruits, but that's a bit greedy. If I need to play him, I'd rather just, you know, have him out and play him. Cruel Taskmaster's not bad. Most likely going to get used to kill a recruit. I mean, pretty much the only way it wouldn't is if he didn't play recruits. Argent Squire. Very annoying card. Very annoying card. I can Fiery War Axe, but that'll just trade 1-to-1 with it. That sort of sucks. Nah, we're not going to do it. I'm going to pass the turn. Wait for something better to come along. I could slam it. That's less objectionable. Get rid of the Divine Shield. You know. Get a card. Okay, he makes a recruit. I think we will go for this. Okay. So now we got some interesting options. I mean, next turn I can play like Wild Pyromancer, Coin, Fiery War Axe, clear out these 2/1/1s, and actually clear out everything. So before I do that, let's just think. I mean, that's not my only option. I could play Cruel Taskmaster, Coin, Cleave. But this actually seems like the best move here. Let's just do this. Play the Coin to kill off his stuff. And then play Fiery War Axe, have that in hand. That's the turn. Okay, so what happened here? He's got 6 cards to my 6 and a Fiery War Axe. I've got a 3/1 on the table. I'd say I'm doing pretty well. Got a silence in case of things like Twilight Drakes and whatnot. And got a Micro Machine. Okay, no problem. Got a couple different things we could do here. I could silence the Micro Machine just to get a 4/3 out, basically. Kill the Pyromancer there, and then kill the Recruit there. That's one option. I could Fiery War Axe this, Cruel Taskmaster that. The advantage there is I keep the Pyromancer alive. The disadvantage there is that I am not spending all of my mana, and I'm not putting out a bigger body, a 2/2 versus a 4/3. I, however, would like to keep a silence around because I think a silence is a useful thing to have. So we will kill the Micro Machine. I will play Cruel Taskmaster to kill the Recruit. I'm gonna armor up, hit him in the face, and pass the turn. Crush is a 3-mana Assassinate here for the time being, which I might actually use if you were to play something like, say, a Fen Creeper. I would definitely use it on that. Or a Spiteful Smith. Couldn't use it on a Spectral Knight, of course. Sludge Belcher was actually thinking about that. I don't think I want to use it on Sludge Belcher either, but I may. Let's think about this. If I crush, the Pyromancer's going to die. I could silence the Sludge Belcher, Fiery War Axe, plus Cruel Taskmaster to kill it. It's an option. I think I'm going to take that option. So let's silence this up. Fiery War Axe. And I do have 3 pandas in this deck, let's not forget. So the odds of being able to get this back aren't that bad. One problem with keeping the Pyromancer is that now Crush will kill him off. Of course, if I had ditched the Pyromancer, I wouldn't have had a damaged minion, so this would have been dead anyway. Alright, we have a couple of options here. I could Heroic Strike to kill this, but that would clear off my board as well. So let's actually just get the spare part there. Give a minion taunt. Well, that will also kill off my minions, so let's armor up and bemoan the fact that some of this stuff should have been other minions. At least one of these could have been some sort of a minion, and then I would have been in better shape. Because I had nothing to do on turn 6, which is kind of embarrassing. The way that this guy has lived for like 6 turns is pretty sweet. He burned himself a little, and then nothing else could touch him. So my opponent's trying to make a Recruit here to finish off the Pyromancer. Is he just going to pass the turn? That would be great. Piloted Shredder. So I finally have an opportunity to get rid of this Pyromancer. Alright, let's do it. There's a chance that Cleave will actually finish this thing off if I'm lucky. And it looks like I am lucky. So I'm going to play this. Cleave. I'm not going to... I mean, I could just give it Taunt to make it bigger. Yeah, why don't I do that? The main problem is that as a 4/4, it's going to die to True Silver Champion, which he's pretty likely to have in 6 cards. So then he'll be a True Silver in 5 cards versus my... Oh, he just top decked it. That's frustrating. Versus my 5 cards. Shit. I've got the Slam Execute combo to take out anything, but he didn't play anything. He just played True Silver Champion. Oh, man, that sucks. No more Cleaves for me. Man, I can't believe how often I'm wishing for Cleave of all things. Clockwork Gnome. Alright, we'll do it, and we'll do Heroic Strike and kill that. Yeah, too many spells. I mean, it's weird how many spells I saw. You don't usually see that many spells, but just got carried away taking removal. It's something I'm usually good at, is not overdrafting removal. But here I definitely messed up. Now I'm lacking Pyromancer, so if he gets a bunch of recruits out, I'm just going to have a devil of a time. I don't have any way of really dealing with a bunch of recruits. No whirlwinds here. I'm not getting any of my minions. Flashing Ghoul. Ouch. Not really good enough to slam execute, but he's not playing anything good enough to crush. Shielded Minibot. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Well, we're just dying a slow death here. Really needed him not to have that True Silver Champion, but he top decked it, so what are you going to do? Alright, well, we're going to do this. I will slam that just to get a card, and I might probably execute it. Oh, Cruel Taskmaster, good top deck. Let's do that. Save my execute for another day. Of course, the Cruel Master is going to die a ferocious death. But I could hit him with the Tiger, give it stealth, and try to keep hitting him with the Tiger until I kill him. Arcanite Reaper's in here, Death Spite's in here. I could try to kill him with weapons. Main problem, of course, is if he drops a taunt, but, you know, can't have everything. Ouch! Oh my god, ouch. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's gonna do it again. Oh my god. Well, this is bad. This is really bad. I could kill this to... Oh, man. I don't even know what to do here. Let's just hit him in the face. Play Panda. Replay that. I'm going to give this stealth, actually. And I'm actually going to execute this thing. So it's got one less thing on the table. So we got 8 damage here. He's down to 6. Arcanite Reaper. I don't know. I might kill him if I'm really, really lucky. If he has no taunts. The odds of that are very small, but they're not small enough to make me concede. Got 2 more pandas in here. I could recharge stealth again. I've got a Ravenholt Assassin. The question is, am I going to have enough time to kill him? He might just have lethal against me. Yeah, because he's got a lot of damage. This is, shit. He's got enough damage to kill me next turn. He's going to have 5, 7, 10, 13, 14 damage, plus an extra 4. He's going to have 18 damage from that Quartermaster. Fuck. Okay, so how do we deal with that situation? Gotta play to your outs. Play to your outs. So if he Quartermasters, I am screwed. If I kill this one, he's gonna have, let's see, 5, 8, 13, 15 damage. Shoot. Okay. What I have to do here is crush something. This is his biggest source of damage, thanks to the Quartermaster that I know he has. Now, if he plays Quartermaster, he still has 5, 8, 9, 11, 13 on the nose, so armoring up's not going to save me. So I'm actually going to kill this, and I'm going to hit him in the face. And I'm going to play the Crusader, because I need to get damage on the table. So right now I have, there's 5, 8, 10 damage on the nose. There's no recruits out to get buffed by Quartermaster. Any single source of damage will win him the game. But this looked like my best chance. Oh, he's got a buff. Well, does he see that it's lethal? Or is he going to kill my Tiger? He sees it's lethal. Man, this is frustrating because it's just a bad deck. Like, it's not that I mean, I might have misplayed something here and there, but it's just a bad deck. I don't think I've actually made such a big drafting error in a long time. But I should have just been more careful. Instead of saying, like, oh, you need a cleave, I should have been like, well, how many spells do I have? And then taken some more pains not to overdo it on the spells. I have so few minions that if the opponent has timely removal, like that top deck True Silver Champion for the Questing Adventurer, I just lose. Granted, if he hadn't top decked that, I might have won, because that would have grown even bigger, and then I could have dealt enough damage to kill him. Alright, another Druid, the Boathouse. So I really just want minions, minions, minions all the time. Minions. Okay, Cleave, is that worth keeping? It could be so worthless. I'm just going to mulligan it. I can't take the risk of Cleave being worthless in a deck that has already too many spells. If I were playing a normal warrior deck, I would have kept that Cleave. Because it's like, hey, it could be a blowout. But here, the risk of cleave being worthless is just so high that I can't risk it. Okay, so we have an actually good start. He might shapeshift and kill this, which I would be okay with because that lets me play my panda. If he plays a 3-2, I can kill it, so he wouldn't do that. What I don't want to see is a 2-3, so like Zombie Chow would be the worst thing. Alright, none of that happens, perfect. So interestingly, I have a pair of 2-drops, neither of which I can play. But I will play the panda. It's not to protect the Clockwork Gnome, it's just to basically upgrade my creature so that now I can trade with a 3 toughness creature. Or even a 5 toughness creature, if need be, thanks to Cruel Taskmaster over here. It's going to claw to kill it. Well, that kind of sucks, I guess. But it was going to shapeshift to kill this, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so the question is, do I waste the Cruel Taskmaster to get a minion out? The answer is no, because I don't need to anymore. I got the Pyromancer instead. Wow, I got all my minions here. That's remarkable. And I got so many minions here. Chillwind Yeti's going to be really good next turn. I'm guessing he's not going to... Oh, he actually is going to not kill the Clockwork Gnome. Cool beans. So, if I got a Divine Shield on one of them, that'd be great. Wind Fury would be worthless, Taunt would be worthless. This is a bit risky. I could just play the Yeti and throw both these guys at the Golem, get a spare part. I could run that in, kill it with the Taskmaster, but that seems weak. I really want to get this Yeti down. Okay, let's see what spare part I get. Taunt. Well, some people say this is the worst one. I really think it's not the worst one. It's definitely better on average than the Stealth or the Return a Minion to your hand. Jesus. Well, there's nothing I can do here. Arcane Reaper doesn't kill it. I don't have my Silencer. Cruel Taskmaster does not quite let this trade up. God, this is just bad. Alright, we're going to ignore it. Hit him in the face. So he can run in, shapeshift, finish it off. Then maybe I can use Arcanite Reaper, or maybe the Tiger. I have some options. We'll see. Druid of the Claw is really annoying here, because I cannot quite kill it. Oh man, he gives me a bit of a breather though. A bit of a breather here by not actually killing my Yeti. Because, well, he couldn't kill it because he played Druid of the Claw. So it makes sense he hit my face, but it's a bit of a breather, so let's think about this. I could let the Yeti trade with the Druid, and then I could play the Enhancer Meccano. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this, buff that up, and this, well, most of the stuff I can get would be pretty useless, but there's a chance he'll get a Divine Shield, which is good. I got 3 taunts. That really is pretty much the worst thing. I really don't want this tap taunt. I would have much rather it had Wind Fury so I could at least damage him more. Now it's taunting, so it's not even hidden behind this guy. You can just kill it with that and shapeshift. That was kind of a crappy Enhancer. Alright, he runs in. I assume now he's going to finish it off with a shapeshift. Swipe. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. He's going to clear my board with swipe. FML. Well, sucks is what that does. He's not shapeshifting, or is he going to put out something that kills this? Oh, wow, interesting. I don't agree with that move, actually. Should have shapeshifted to kill this thing. I mean, now I just get to kill his Drake. Wow. Alright, well, I guess we're going to play this. Kill that guy. Pass the turn. Again, praying he doesn't have removal, though a Druid with 5 cards not being able to kill a 4-2 is a bit of a tall order. Could have used Arcanite Reaper to kill it, I guess, instead of this. Maybe I should have. Well, we're doing okay here. So he did get the kill for it. But now I can... Well, I can play this and then play this next turn. Or I can play this right now and do nothing. Okay, well, that's an easy choice. Do I want to give this thing taunt? I don't think I do. So next turn my plan is Arcanite Reaper, kill that, smash in the face. It's going to heal up, which is kind of annoying. I guess I would have rather had the Arcanite Reaper in my hand. Although this then would have... Yeah, never mind. Okay, so, how do we do this? I could do Arcanite Reaper, kill that thing, and I gotta think. If I reveal this thing to kill that off, That's one thing. If I keep it hidden, would I be able to get more out of it later? Well, maybe. When you're behind, take risks. I'm just going to keep it sitting there and hope that I can use the Arcanite Reaper to kill this priestess and then find a different way of killing this. Say maybe if I get my cleave back or something. So he's going to hit me in the face a bunch. I am taking a bunch of damage. It should be noted. Well, when you're behind, take risks. Got some slams. I mean, I do have a lot of spells. That's what this deck's got. So I've got a lot of answers to this guy. Gonna panda that thing so he can heal up with it. Which I'm okay with if he replays it. That's fine. So we're playing a fair game here, basically. If I get cleave, I can kill this. Hey! I got a cleave. Okay, perfect. So anyway, my decision to slow roll my weapon works out in my favor. Are a little light on the removal front, or on the health front, but I'll do that now so that I can protect myself from his shapeshifts, getting a little bit of extra health. Not going to be able to burn him out, I reckon, because he's got 3 cards. There's going to be some minion here that I have to answer that Heroic Strike won't be able to kill. I regret that this was not a Kor'kron Elite. Yeah, this would have been much better as a Kor'kron Elite, although I took this early in the draft when I didn't know how many spells I was going to have. So your Drake gives him a card. It will die to Heroic Strike at least. I don't care about him getting a card. I just want him not to have removal for this. Salty dog. Fuck. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. Spellbreaker doesn't do anything for me. Do I dare hit this thing going down to 3 health, 5 health? Do I dare? Yeah. When you're behind, take risks. So we'll do this. Silence this just to get the minion down. Hit him in the face. He's got to come up with 1 damage to kill this, or else shapeshift to kill it, which would, you know, have its own disadvantages. I had 2 mana left over, so Kor'kron would have saved me 7 health. Starfire wins him the game on the spot. Ironbark Protector is a real problem. Is he going to shapeshift to kill this? I bet he will. So now I don't have a kill for this Ironbark, and he's just threatening to kill me with it. Ouch. Needed that Kor'kron. That drafting choice cost me the game. And the health he got from the Priestess actually matters. He got 8 health from her, so that's what makes the difference. Okay, I'm dead. I can have 7 health. It's not enough. Fuck! Oh god, this deck is just painful to play with. It's so bad. Well, on the plus side, I said it was bad, and then it actually was bad. So I'm not embarrassing myself by thinking my deck is bad and winning games. Oh, jeez. Are we going to have another video where I actually start and finish a run on the same video? That's so depressing. So that's all I'm trying to avoid here. I'm trying to live. I'm in like survival mode. I'm trying to live for the next 7 minutes so that the draft doesn't end and we can actually keep this video going, or this run going into the next one. God. That is one of the worst decks I think I've ever drafted. Christ, 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 Christ. Okay, who's next? A Shaman. Traven the Shaman. Well, we're in the loser's bracket, so a Shaman in the loser's bracket should have a really bad deck. I regret this sheep. This sheep has done absolutely nothing for me. I will actually mulligan the sheep. I don't even want it. We're just going to do 1, 2, 3 and see what happens. Shamans in the loser's bracket really ought to have terrible decks. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that his deck is worse than mine. And he's so friendly, too. Oh, Heroic Strike. Oh, I wish you were a Kor'kron Elite. How? You know, I should just take Kor'kron Elites over Heroic Strikes. I think before I chose Heroic Strike over Kor'kron, and I was happy because it was, you know, cheap and helped me get board advantage and stuff, but now I'm just like, no, fuck it. It's terrible. Don't want it. Alright, Cruel Taskmaster is actually nice because had this been a 1-1, the Cruel Taskmaster could have killed it to protect my gnome. As it is, we're just going to play the 3-2, and this. Gotta remember not to cast spells, or else my Clockwork Gnome will die. Fairy Dragon, is he going to let my Clockwork Gnome kill his Fairy Dragon? He is! Alright, great. High up, up, up. So the spare parts have a little bit of a synergy with the Pyromancer, because, of course, these are spells that trigger him. I don't exactly want to trigger him at the moment, though. So right now, he's more of a liability than anything. This is actually pretty good. It could help this deal 4 damage, which might be relevant. He's going to crackle this. Well, that's good. So he's overloaded. And I can now play spells without fear. Alright, this thing came. That's fine. We'll just kill it with... Ooh, okay. Gonna do this. Coin. Taskmaster. Got a nice 4/4 here for 3 mana. That's gonna get bigger. That was about as good as Questing Adventurer can be this early in the game. He's overloaded. I don't have the coin, so no turn 5 Argent Commander for me, but we got a pretty solid board here, so I'm okay with it. This will also trigger the Questing Adventurer. So that's some synergy as well. Oh, he's got a crap. Alright. 1 in 4 chance it'll live. He actually loses the coin flip, which is terrible for him. I actually feel bad because for a shaman, you're already disadvantaged by being a shaman. Having to also lose that terrible 1 in 4 coin flip is really sad. Okay, well, I got the Enhanso Mechano here, but I think it's simpler to just do this, play the panda. That was a really bad crackle RNG for my opponent. Do this, and hit him in the face. Well, we might win this game, folks. I think my odds are looking good here. He, of course, just took 7 extra damage, and this minion should be dead by all rights. Wolf and Tinkertown Technician, which doesn't do anything. Alright, well played. Okay, cool. Although the problem is, that was such a fast game, I have to play another one, so this run might still end in this video. I did get 60 gold, so at least I finished my daily quest, and I won't be pushed out of a daily quest tomorrow if I don't play more Hearthstone today. Oh god, this deck. I mean, it went well when I got all my minions and the opponent had no removal and screwed up his crackle. Well, no, he had 2 crackles, so he had removal. But he got bad luck on that crackle. Then again, that's the problem with crackle, you know. So it deals 3 to 6 damage. You use it against a 4 toughness minion, 1 time in 4, that minion's just going to live. Like, it's going to happen. You can't expect it not to happen in the entire course of your time playing shamans and using crackle. I think that might just not be a very good card. I think what is it about crackle is that, like, it gives you some outs in some cases if you're screwed. It gives shamans like a 3 damage 2 mana deal, like a lot of classes have. Granted, shamans already have that with lightning bolt, but you know, it can be more. I don't know. It's I'm not sure. I'm not that excited about that card. Okay, so I don't think I want 2 pandas, because if I just play 1 on turn 1 and it doesn't die, then I can't play the other one. So we'll keep 1 panda. Get a fire. All right, getting some good draws. Gotta admit that. Getting some really nice draws. Having some minions, and this isn't a minion, but at least it's, you know, something you can use. Wow, so many polite people today. Everybody's saying hello. So do I want to keep the coin for use with the Pyromancer? Nah, let's play the panda here. Got my Cruel Taskmaster Execute combo, perhaps a bit early. Hoping he doesn't play anything a Fiery War Axe won't kill. Hoping he doesn't play Arcane Shot. Secret. Oh, interesting. Well, it's probably Explosive Trap or Freezing Trap. Nothing else makes any sense. Hopefully it's a Freezing Trap. Nope, you use an Explosive Trap to get an early kill, which is totally smart. Play the Pyromancer, call it a day. Want to keep this hidden, so he might trot something out that he wouldn't have otherwise. Ooh, a slow continuation from him. He's actually got nothing but a steady shot on turn 3. That's very fortunate for me. Alright, do I play this just to get a minion on the table? I think I gotta do it. It's not that I'm trying to, like, be super aggressive against him. I just need to get minions on the table. I think Fiery War Axe would have been a bit too slow there. So now, of course, bad things can happen with things like multi-shot. I'll definitely be pissed if he plays multi-shot, but I think it was worth the risk. Unleash the Hound isn't quite as good. It'll kill the Pyromancer, but not the Taskmaster. So it's like a 3 mana, deal 2 damage. Not really that great. Alright, we're going to make a bold move here. I'm going to play the Spellbreaker just as a minion. So I really want to get that minion out. So he didn't have multi-shot, or he would have used that over hounds, surely. Want this thing out here. And I can use Fire War Axe plus Execute to kill just about anything except for like a Spectral Knight right now. Mech Warper is going to die to Fire War Axe. That thing stops that from happening. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, well, he did a good job there. So even the Abusive Sergeant doesn't quite work. Let's think. Death's Bite, I could leave this as a 4-1. I could do this to buff that up, kill that. Still be a 4-1, Fire War. Aha, this actually lets me keep more stuff around. So of course there's a chance that he will have another Unleash the Hounds, but I'm just willing to take that risk. With my deck, I just gotta take risks. I can't afford to hold my minions back because I have so few of them. Just gotta get them out there and hope for the best. So Unleash the Hounds, Explosive Trap, Explosive Shot, so much stuff ruins my day here. It's pretty sad. Alright, that's actually really not bad. He only kills one minion off with that. I think he made a mistake hitting my face. He should have killed my best minion. This way I get to trade my, like, worst minions. This is actually a bit risky, because if he plays an Ooze, it'll blow this up and these things will die. But he could have used an Ooze last turn and he didn't, so I figure he doesn't have it. Although that is a bit brave to put a Death Bite out when you have a couple of 1 toughness minions. Death's Bite plus Execute can have some nice interaction as well. Death's Bite plus Sheep can have interactions. I'm hoping I can just play this Revenant Assassin next turn, though, without too much fuss. Ogre Brute's no big deal. That's no big deal. Yeah, see, this thing could have been dead if he had hit it with his Argent Commander. Instead, I have a kill for the Ogre Brute. Alright, we're definitely going to play this. The question is, do I hit the Brute with my face or with this guy? Well, let's go ahead and hit it with my face, so that I can keep my creature around. That deals more total damage. We're actually threatening lethal now. Could he deal 11 damage with a 6 mana and 5 cards? I don't know. That might have been an explosive shot, but I doubt it, because he would have used it to clear my board if it were an explosive shot. If that's an explosive shot and he didn't use it when I had 3/1 toughness minions, then that's just really, really bad play. This might end up squeaking by with a 3rd win, although this guy's deck was okay. He just played very badly. Didn't kill a minion when he had the chance. This might be an explosive shot that he didn't use when he had the chance. Of course, it might be a silence, and he was wondering, like, can I silence a stealth? Time moves quickly. It's a weird phrase, isn't it? Time moves quickly. I mean, time just moves. He does have explosive shot. Wow, and he didn't use it. I think it came from the middle of his hand. Oh, I didn't quite see it for sure. It might not have come from the middle. It might have just been top decked. But if that came from his middle and he could have used it when I had like the 4-1 and the pair of 2-1s, then he messed up big time. Okay, so we get the kill. Well played. And we're up to 49 minutes exactly, so that'll do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I don't even know how I still have subscribers, but I do. Thank you, guys. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll be back soon with some more Hearthstone. Take care.